Leadership frameworks teach you the rules. Let's talk about another way. This video kicks off the book summary from my book, The 12 Ordeals of Leadership. In this video, we'll walk through the book's introduction. We'll get you familiar with the ordeal concept and give you a quick overview of the format. So you'll know what to expect from the book, how to use it, and how it can make you better prepared to lead in the most challenging situations. And you know the typical story. You just got promoted to lead the team you used to be part of. 6 months ago, you were their colleague, and today you're their boss. Standing at the edge of the conference room, watching your former peers, you realize something profound. All your technical expertise suddenly feels insufficient for what lies ahead. Does that sound familiar? And if you're watching this video, chances are you've experienced something similar, or you're about to. Now, in this book, I explain why leadership is more complicated than a list of rules or principles. It's really also about the series of character-building trials you'll have to endure. It's leadership learned from situations, experience, and perspectives, not just from rules. And don't get me wrong, you can use rules, laws, levels, principles, probably not a bad idea. I mean, they give you a model to help you navigate your world and help you define your values. Definitely use them. I learned a lot from John Maxwell, Simon Sinek, Brene Brown, others. These guys are powerhouses. But I always felt like there was more to the story. So here's the thing. In practice, those frameworks have limitations. They contradict each other in some cases, and it can be unclear how and which to apply to each specific circumstance, especially when you're in a stressful moment. The hardest parts of leadership often fall outside your more traditional frameworks. And here's the paradox. The very skills that got you promoted often aren't enough to make you successful as a leader. Technical expertise, individual productivity, specialized knowledge, these will all suddenly take a backseat to an entirely different set of challenges. Think about it. The surgeon who becomes chief of surgery, the software engineer promoted to development manager, the top salesperson elevated to regional director. They all face the same fundamental shift from doing the skills-based work to enabling others to do the work, which is a separate set of skills. That's why I built the ordeal concept, this series of trials that every leader will experience to help you navigate the hardest parts of leadership, then leave it up to you which framework is applicable. So why do I call these ordeals? It might sound a bit dramatic for professional development, but here's why this matters. First, ordeals create the conditions for real transformation. You can't learn to swim by reading about it. You have to get in the water. And leadership is the same way. And second, ordeals reveal what training alone can't teach. Judgment under pressure, adapting to uncertainty, navigating competing demands. These capabilities only emerge through direct experience. And third, successfully navigating ordeals builds legitimate confidence, the kind that emerges from actual capability, not just abstract knowledge. The 12 ordeals fall into 3 categories. Ordeals by fire, the transformation under heat and pressure, like metal in a forge. They reveal your strengths and forge new capabilities. Think navigating uncertainty, making tough decisions, learning from failure, things like that. Ordeals by water, these test your ability to navigate the depths beneath the surface. Emotional intelligence, relationship building, trust. These are the undercurrents that really move organizations. And last is ordeals by combat. These are about strategic engagement, organizational politics, conflict management, delegation, the battles that determine whether your leadership actually scales. Now, if you're a new leader feeling overwhelmed, here's what I want you to know. The disorientation you're feeling, that stretch, that sense of, am I really cut out for this? That's not a sign you're failing. That's a sign you're growing. These challenges, these trials and ordeals aren't unfortunate detours from some imagined smooth path to leadership success. They are the path. Each chapter follows a similar structure. We'll open with a real case study. We'll outline what you'll learn in the chapter. We'll explore the scientific foundations of the ordeal. examine some key dimensions, and then we'll bridge from basic competence to excellence. And the book is designed for sequential reading, but the chapters also stand alone for targeted development. If you just consider your current leadership challenges and prioritize chapters addressing your most pressing needs, that might work for you. The leadership journey begins with accepting its inherent challenges. The question isn't whether you'll face these ordeals. You will. The question is whether you'll approach them with intention, understanding, and the tools to not just survive them, but to be transformed by them. And it's not about eliminating difficulty. It's about developing the capacity to engage it productively, learning and growing through the very experiences that challenge you most deeply. Okay, are you ready to begin? Let's dive into the first ordeal, navigating uncertainty in a world of constant change.